And those are the starting lineups. Lots of interest. The NBA on 2K.
Kevin, thank you very much.
Thanks, David. That's David Aldridge, our NBA Hall of Famer. And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Malik Beasley out there with Russell. Then there's Towns, and it's Okogie in at the 3. And for Utah, Conley runs the point with Mitchell flanking him. Bogdanovich out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's Ingles in at the 3 slot.
Oh, the defense has got to do more than that. Karl Anthony Towns embarrassing them.
And Doris, Malik Beasley, no stranger to the entertainment business. His parents and his grandfather are all accomplished actors.
Yes, but his father also played basketball professionally. Malik with so much talent. Now he's looking for his role to grow, and he's got the kind of heart and toughness to go make it happen.
Here is Russell. Rudy Gobert picking up that last basket. Russell feeling it out a bit, and he converts the layup.
Oh, man, how good is he at turning on the Jets and getting to that next level? D'Angelo Russell, fearless, driving on the interior.
Now, here's Ingles. Conley kicks to Bogdanovich. Uncovered. Minnesota with the rebound. Here's Okogie, and he goes in for the dunk.
What floor awareness from Karl Anthony Towns to be 7 foot and that skilled. How lucky is he?
Right side, Conley. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. Let's go. They get it back. Gobert. Mitchell against Beasley. 6 to shoot. It's hauled in by Karl Anthony Towns.
Boy, the offensive flow just isn't there right now. 1 for 5 to start the game.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
The Timberwolves have gone 4 of 4 to start, so a nice offensive rhythm to start here. And that one's good. Russell.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
You want to continue to build on this lead. Right now, still a little too close for comfort.
Conley with it. He's picked up by Russell. Mitchell's shot is good.
When you think pure scorer, one of the guys that comes to mind, as young as he is, Donovan Mitchell.
Outside, Russell. Down low, and stolen by Bogdanovich. And they're on the break. Mitchell's shot is good.
You can see Donovan Mitchell's speed and ability to get separation in transition. He is dangerous out there.
Here's Russell. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Flattening the lottery odds, Greg. Do you think that's worked out as intended?
You don't hear as many predictions about who's going to get the 1 pick or the 2nd pick. I think that's good for the players and the fans. You don't want anyone rooting for you to lose.
No, absolutely not. Here's Russell after Ed Davis's score. Russell passes to Johnson. Russell inside, defended by Moutier. Here's Culver, and then Culver with the dunk.
Well, the more repetition he gets, the more floor awareness you develop. D'Angelo Russell showing a desire to get his teammates involved.
Now here's Gobert. Here's O'Neal. From 13. Pass to Clarkson. O'Neal kicks to Moutier. Second shot opportunity, and 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Well, this is Emmanuel Moutier at his best. The aggressive mindset, trying to put defenders in a difficult spot.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. Noel's checked in. Timberwolves leading by 4. And there's the pass to Culver. Here's Reed. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
this is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Moutier dishes to Davis. Back to Moutier. Culver with the steal. Fast break, Minnesota. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And then Johnson with the jam.
Of the two offenses here tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
And I think because of that, they've gotten the better looks to start this basketball game.
Back to Clarkson. Takes a three. The shot misses. And Minnesota now the other way. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip. And guys are making their shots. That's critical.
Moutier finds Clarkson. Davis down low. Johnson on him. Offensive rebound. Davis, the pass to O'Neal. And here's Clarkson. And Davis gets it to go. Davis has got his second bucket of the game to go.
What energy on the offensive boards. The defense can't match the effort, and they paid the price.
No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. Minnesota. And always interesting to hear from Donovan Mitchell, who recently spoke.
Everybody had their reputations of what we should be or will be.
And you know, Greg, Mitchell's going to be right in the middle of it, leading the way.
And on top of everything else he does, he's elite at getting his own shot. We've seen him carry this team offensively at times. Boy, he is special.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And what do you guys think about Minnesota here in this one?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
I'll tell you, that willingness to make the extra pass, that is what creates good looks. It also forces the defense to scramble.
They've got Gobert. O'Neal is out there with Davis. Then there's Jordan Clarkson, and it's Moutier in at the point. That's the group for Utah getting going here in the second. Dishes it to O'Neal. Back to Moutier. Now, here is O'Neal. He's covered closely. He kicks it to Clarkson. Off target from outside. Pass to Moutier. Inside. Intercepted. The Timberwolves another fast break chance here. Throws it up high. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Now here's Moutier. Defense right on him. Johnson with the block. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson. A different look for Utah. Bogdanovich comes in for Rudy Gobert. And it's Mitchell in for Moutier. Towns, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Minnesota leading by 10. Outside, Russell. Makes it off the glass. Russell's got the lead up to 12 now for the Timberwolves.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Mitchell with it. He's picked up by Russell. Mitchell kicks to Conley. That's good for Mitchell on the assist from Conley. Mitchell's got 6.
Well, the balance, the ability to take contact, absorb it, and still finish. That is beautifully done by Donovan Mitchell.
Russell finds Towns. Timberwolves passing it around. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Kevin, thanks. For the Utah Jazz last season, there was a lot of fallout from the COVID crisis. But Rudy Gobert was able to patch up things with his teammates and specifically guard Donovan Mitchell after Gobert realized his mistake. For a team with so much maturity and potential to win, it's good to see them finally be able to turn the page. Guys?
Good to see things back on track. Thanks, David.
how about the creativity, the athleticism? That's a rare combination for a guy his size. Go to work, Cat.
Ingles dishes to Mitchell. He feeds it to Davis. And the rejection by Towns.
Well, that play is so much about his reach and determination affecting the game defensively.
And the basket by Okogie. 6 points for him.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
And I think they count on him for that. He is a tone setter, extremely unselfish.
Beasley against Mitchell. On the wing, Ingles. Utah needs to get off a shot here. Bogdanovich, no luck. And so it's Towns with it. He brings it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. Now, here is Russell. And it's Towns missing.
I'll tell you, most of the time this guy's going to finish that. But that was tremendous defense that prohibits him from completing the play.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Gobert, he's checked in for Utah. From 10 feet out, Karl Anthony Towns with the rebound. Towns has got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Okogie. That's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots. Off to a good start.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Now, here's Mitchell. He's guarded closely. Here's Gobert. The Jazz with another miss. Timberwolves leading by 16. There's the lob to Towns. The shot that time not on target. Conley with a wide open look. Another miss by Utah. It's stolen by Gobert. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves with a side. Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. It's Minnesota out in front at the half. They're leading by 16. Kenny, what's your? That's all for now.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. It's been a clinic out there with D'Angelo Russell.
Yeah, something that isn't his strength, but he's done a great job of finding the open man.
Well, what he did was sustain it throughout the first half. He ran the offense to absolute perfection.
Checking out the group now for Ryan Saunders to start the second half. They've got Beasley. He's out there with Russell. And it's Towns in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now, here's Mitchell. Goes back up. Passes it to Ingles. A 3 from Bogdanovich. Offensive rebound. And there's Gobert putting it right back in.
Well, there's a certain amount of awareness that you're responsible for having when you're Rudy Gobert, and he makes excellent use of his size right there.
Mitchell against Russell. Greg, 11 years for you in the NBA. You had to have some favorite players that you played besides and with.
You know, it's a great call, and there were a ton of them. A few guys, though, Wilson. Gary Payton, I got a chance to play with Gary for a year and have known him. We used to go at it in high school. And it's really about his personality. This is a guy that constant chatter, practice on the court. That's what fed his confidence. Charles Oakley, another guy, he would run through a wall or through you to win a game. And then Scottie Pippen later in my career, just a winner and somebody who I competed against for many years, but then having the opportunity to play with up close, I got a greater appreciation for his skill set.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Ingles in the corner. Mitchell looking it over. Over Beasley. Mitchell finds Gobert. Launches a 3. Gobert, and there's Gobert, putting it right back in. Gobert's got 6 points.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. Beasley, the pass to Towns, knocks it loose. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%, 5 for 7.
Indoors, as Gobert has added strength, his rebounding numbers have continued to improve.
That's right, Greg. He's always been a force as a shot blocker. But over the past 2 seasons, this guy as a rebounder has been top 3 in the league. Last year, he even challenged Andre Drummond for king of the boards. He's got great size, great anticipation, and he plays with passion.
Here is Russell, following the basket by Donovan Mitchell. Hernan Gomez passes to Russell. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
Well, they're winning largely because of this guy's play. He has been sensational.
To the middle. Kicks it out to Mitchell. Nice ball movement by Utah. Over Beasley. Again, Mitchell missing. Timberwolves leading by 18. And it's Beasley, that time in the assist by Towns. Towns has got 3 assists now in this one. Over to the wing. Conley against Russell. Here's Gobert. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Well, we all know that free throw shooting early in his career was a major challenge for Rudy Gobert. What I like is he's made progress because he's put in the time.
Here's what Utah's going with right now. Royce O'Neal's checked in for Joe Ingles. Clarkson comes in for Donovan Mitchell. And Emmanuel Mudiay subbed in for Mike Conley. Here's Reed. Here's Layman. And that one, good. And the Timberwolves lead by 20.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Clarkson finds Gobert, and out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, Mike Conley is a 3-time Sportsmanship Award winner. He's also won the Teammate Award. And he's never been assessed a technical foul at any level of basketball. Now, some ask if going easy on the refs costs him calls down the road. But Coach Quinn Snyder said it's hard to imagine that handling yourself with poise and respect can ever be a negative. Guys?
Well said. Thanks, David. And they go to the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And guys, Bogdanovich, the former second-round pick, has really found his place in the NBA. This guy is an effective shooter from just about anywhere.
Jacob Evans, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Pass to Reed.
Hey, yo, right here.
There's the pass to Layman. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Jazz trail by 18. Mitchell kicks to Gobert. Back to Mitchell. Lets it go with a 3. The Jazz with another miss. Here's Russell. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Russell's got 6 in the quarter.
Well, in the open floor, D'Angelo Russell understands he can be special.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves closing out the quarter with a 20-point. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. And so in the game for the Jazz, Gobert is out there with Bogdanovich. Then it's Donovan Mitchell. Then it's O'Neal. And it's Clarkson in at the 2 guard. Now Clarkson following the 3-point attempt by James Johnson. beyond the arc. Here's Gobert. The 3-ball to the left side wing. O'Neal. And the 3 off target. Timberwolves leading by 20. There's the lob to the hoop. And then Johnson with the dunk.
Really solid read from Jarrett Culver right there. This is a team-first guy who enjoys passing.
To the paint, here's Clarkson. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Clarkson's got his first points in this one. Minnesota with the ball. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Culver passes to Johnson. Here's Layman, guarded by O'Neal. Layman kicks to Johnson. Again, Johnson missing.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And it's Mitchell missing.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net. Boy, with his shot not falling right now, it might be time to look in a different direction. See if you can get your teammates started.
And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. A different look for Utah. Joe Ingles, he's checked in for O'Neal, and Mike Conley subbed in for Jordan Clarkson. Conley dishes to Gobert. And Karl Anthony Towns pulls it down.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Hernan Gomez passes to Towns. It's stolen by Gobert. Conley left side. The quick look, no good that time.
Boy, defense nowhere to be found, and neither was his shot at that time.
Russell from long range. They get it back, and it's Towns on the follow.
Fact of the matter is, Karl Anthony Towns could be a menace on the glass. Good luck with this guy.
Mitchell finds Conley. Nice ball movement by Utah. Gobert the pass to Bogdanovich. Conley for 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich. Greg, when you played for the Knicks, I always heard that Charles Oakley would cook for the players. Is that true?
Absolutely. Oak was very particular about his food. And I got to tell you, he knows his way around the kitchen. And to be honest, I would never tell him otherwise.
Well, what was his specialty?
Whatever he made, it was special. It wouldn't matter.
Well, how about the court awareness from Bogdanovich showing off his ability to find the open man, Kev?
Johnson kicks to Towns. Fires from deep. No good. Shot missing. And Utah the other way now. 1:39 left in the game. The feed to Conley. He dishes it to Gobert. And Utah again with the bucket.
Okay, Rudy Gobert showing your catch-and-shoot game. Not just the Stifle Tower.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Timberwolves.
Not only did they shoot the ball better, but they had more assists.
Yeah, I thought the passing in terms of finding the open man gave them the higher percentage shots. The ball movement was key for the win.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Karl Anthony Towns.
Boy, this guy played with some swagger and intensity on the boards tonight, dominating the physical aspect of the game.
And there's Gobert putting it right back in.
It's never easy to keep Gobert off the glass. Soars over the defense for the putback jam.
Pass to Towns. Fires for 3. And it's Mike Conley with the rebound. And it's Conley with the ball for the Jazz. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
Towns for 3. Bangs home the trifecta.
Spirited performance. You love to get this kind of win, especially on the road.
You've got to be able to block out all distractions in enemy territory. This team did a tremendous job staying focused on the task at hand.
Russell from long range. And it's Mike Conley with the rebound. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. Bucket's good.
Well, that, to me, typifies the confidence Bogdanovich possesses. A knockdown shooter with the...
for the land of the...
Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA. Hey, Dave.
Hey, Kevin, thank you.
Thank you, D.A. Now the opening lineup for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Chris Paul. And it's Dort in at the 3 slot. And for Minnesota, they've got Karl Anthony Towns. Russell is out there with Malik Beasley. And it's Hernan Gomez in at the 4-man position. Now, here is Gallinari. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go.
And you talk post up, face up, you name it. Karl Anthony Towns gets it done.
Yeah, you know what, Greg? He's really molded that versatility into his game. I mean, he can pass it, drive it, shoot. You remember he won the skills challenge back in 2016. I mean, he's a 7-footer for sure, but he's got guard skills too.
The Thunder shooting their first free throws of the game. A couple years ago, after making all-rookie second team, we knew Gilgeous-Alexander was good. But, Greg, last season he went from good to great.
I mean, how about almost doubling his scoring average? Became a tremendous rebounder out of the backcourt. He gives you assists and picks up steals as well. Once he gains more strength, this guy could be a perennial all-star.
Well, I tell you, Russell looking very comfortable taking on aggressive defense and getting the job done. That's good focus on his part.
Now here's Paul. Here's Adams, and the layup falls.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
And now Paul pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And it's sent back by Russell.
Well, I tell you what, his teammates love seeing this. So do I. I mean, when Russell is able to block a shot, that's a big bonus.
And what an alley-oop. Those two read each other so well.
It's a play I'm sure they love to run.
And as the receiver, he doesn't feel the need to go for the monster finish that time. I mean, laying it up for the 2 points worked out just fine.
And the slam dunk by Russell.
Beasley active and alert that time on defense and able to ignite the fast break.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Hernan Gomez. Here's Adams. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Towns with the defensive effort.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
Russell passes to Towns. And Towns throws it down.
Tremendous combination of power and finesse there. I mean, once Towns gets to the rim, it's a wrap.
That one goes. Count it.
And something we don't see nearly as much as we used to, the finger roll.
Russell with it. Score it. His 3rd straight basket in 3 tries. Greg, who are your favorite players to watch in the NBA?
Boy, that's a tough one. You know, you gotta like the guys that have changed the game in some regards, right? Steph, KD, and Giannis. Those are 3 guys that are just doing things that don't seem normal.
True.
Then others who remind you of past greatness. You know, Jason Tatum with Kobe, or maybe an Anthony Davis with Hakeem. And those are guys that I love. And then the other guy, listen, LeBron James. I could watch him play basketball every day. You know, to do what he's done at this stage of his career, I just think it's incredible, and I think our game is in great shape.
Agree on all counts. The shot's good from Paul.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Russell passes to Towns. Russell looking it over. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Hernan Gomez. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Paul. Karl Anthony Towns with the rebound. Timberwolves leading by 6.
Boy, that's a great job by Okogie to get out in front and finish off the break.
46 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Lets it fly from 18. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
And that's definitely a shot that he has in his arsenal.
Beasley, the pass to Towns. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
Now here's Paul. Pass to Dort. Kicks it out to Paul. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession.
Well, that's a moment he'd like to archive. Embarrassing lapse of judgment there.
Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile 1 block.
Some intimidation right away. Got to show those shooters you're going to be there all night long.
Pass to Culver. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Schroeder surveying the floor. With 1 on the clock, and slam dunk by Noel.
Simply got to love the way Noel finishes his dunks. I mean, so strong around the cup.
And so it's Minnesota with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. We've got more in store for you right after this. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for the Timberwolves?
They've made the commitment to get out and run, and it's paid off with some highlight reel plays in transition.
You know, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Taking a look at the Thunder. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Diallo. Then it's Mike Muscala. Then it's Noel. And it's Ferguson in at the small forward.
Noel's teammates trust him to take shots within the offense. They know he's not going to color outside of the lines, if you will, or go off script. When he gets a clean look at the rim, he collects himself and knocks down the shot.
Layman pass to Johnson, and it's in there.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Good. And we're starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. Now Culver. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range. Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
For Minnesota, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. And then Culver with the dunk.
When Culver gets inside positioning like that, he bounces up with ease, and he's ready to bang it home.
Schroeder passes to Noel. It's blocked. Johnson outside. And he banks in the layup. And now a 6-point Minnesota lead. And so it's Schroeder with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. And Culver pulls it down. Timberwolves have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter.
And coming into the 2019 draft, Jarrett Culver seen as a prospect with a high floor, but perhaps a limited upside. Clark, do you see that?
Yeah, you know what, Greg? I think it's one way to look at it. I kind of look at it this way. You have to keep raising your basement so that your low is higher as you go through. And I do think he's got a pretty good upside. Most of it is going to depend on how he develops as a perimeter shooter.
And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. And a new group getting ready for Oklahoma City. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Noel. Alinari comes in for Muscala. Gilgeous-Alexander's checked in for Diallo. And Paul subbed in for Dennis Schroeder. Here's Russell. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
Taking the hit and still getting it to go down. Russell showing you some nice toughness there.
Paul dishes to Adams, and that basket is going to count. Goaltending, the official call.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
Juan Hernangomez, he's checked in for Minnesota. And Oklahoma City with a change here, too. Dort's checked in. Now, here is Russell. 10 points for him. Shot clock at 6. Towns with it. He's picked up by Paul. It's stolen by Adams. Paul against Russell. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander.
They know he's looking for him, so it's easy to see why Paul's teammates love him.
Here's Russell. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one on Gallinari.
And the Timberwolves have made it clear Karl Anthony Towns is their franchise player. He's the guy they're building around.
And Towns drops them both. And we've heard Towns for years pronouncing his happiness with the Timberwolves. Last season, Greg, as the losses piled up, some rumors that he was getting frustrated.
Well, we've seen this pattern with the Timberwolves before, right? Kevin Garnett, Kevin Love, all-star big men who ended up leaving the Twin Cities to win titles.
5 to shoot. Here's Dort. The shot, no good. And Minnesota now the other way.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, as they're looking to battle back, that's one of the key elements. You got to rebound.
51 seconds left in the first half. Russell against Paul. Adams right side. Paul left side. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
Nice aggressive move by Paul. You know, for a little guy, he knows exactly how to finish inside. Very good at making it happen against bigger players.
Outside, Russell. Right wing. Hernangomez kicks to Towns. Back to Hernangomez. 3 on the clock. The turnaround, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Schroeder outside, and the shot goes down. Schroeder's got his second bucket.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Here's Culver. And so it's Minnesota with their lead standing at... Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. What a start for D'Angelo Russell. He had 10 points and... Thanks for joining.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. It's been a clinic out there with D'Angelo Russell.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Malik Beasley out there with D'Angelo Russell. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Hernangomez in at the power forward. That's the group starting the second half for Ryan Saunders.
And the effort level of Gilgeous-Alexander drew rave reviews from his college coach as the hardest worker and most coachable player on the team.
And looking back at what was a stellar career, Greg, if there was one thing you could have done different, do you have anything on your mind?
You know, I would have loved to have had the opportunity to finish my career in New York. That was a special place, a special time. Unfortunately, that didn't transpire, but that's the one thing that stands out. That and obviously not winning a championship.
I can understand both of those. Yes. Thunder trailing by 5. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
And here's Beasley. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. 5 on the clock. Gallinari with the steal. Paul outside. Shoots over Towns. It's tipped. Here's Dort. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to a challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They have decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Minnesota making a switch here. Johnson's checked in. Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. Russell passes to Johnson. Here's a Kobe. Baseline jumper. And it's Noel with the rebound. Still anybody's game at this point.
And no question, this is when you really have to have trust on the floor with each possession.
For the tie. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
That one drops. He ties it up. Here is Russell. 10 points for him. Count that one. Russell's got 12 in the game.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Dort passes to Muscala. A second chance effort. A rebound by the Timberwolves. They've led by as much as 10. And the foul called on Nerlens Noel. That's his first foul for Minnesota. They've gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. It's Russell with the drive. Count that one as his 7th make in 8 attempts. A scorching 88%.
You know, maybe he's not the fastest guy on the court, but quickness is more important than pure speed in basketball. Russell's handle and scoring instincts, though, are borderline elite.
Minnesota leading by 4.
And Josh Okogie, a rugged wing defender out of Georgia Tech.
Yeah, and he takes an awful lot of pride in that aspect of his game, Greg. He wants to lock people up. Always active with his hands around the ball.
Diallo, no good.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Yeah, they are really starting to push it now.
Thunder trailing by 8. The pass to Noel. To the inside. Dort passes to Noel. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession. So both teams changing it up here. And here are the Timberwolves. Good momentum, 8 straight points. Here's Culver, and then Culver with the dunk.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
Good work there as it goes. 6 points for him.
Cashing in on the interior, making it look all too easy.
Pass to Layman. Here's Noel. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Clock at 6. Layman gets the bucket. Lehman's got the lead, back up to 10 now for the Timberwolves.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
You know, they came out of the locker room, revved up the gas pedal, and haven't slowed down yet.
Excellent assist there. Just led him to the perfect spot.
A nice shot by Culver. Culver's got 6 points.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second despite being down.
That's exactly when you need to be aggressive. You know that. I mean, another good job, though, of drawing contact and getting to the free throw line.
Juan Hernan-Gomez, he's checked in for James Johnson. And a new group getting ready for Oklahoma City. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Noel. Alinari comes in for Mike Muscala. Gilgeous-Alexander's checked in for Terrence Ferguson. And Paul subbed in for Diallo. Noel passes to Hernan-Gomez. Here's Noel. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. A good size advantage, and they'll look to increase it. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a... And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. And Oklahoma City, looking who they've got to start the fourth quarter. Alinari and Adams, the combo out front. Chris Paul is out there with Dennis Schroeder. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in at the small forward position. Culver kicks to Hernan-Gomez. Pass to Reed. And that'll be Oklahoma City's ball as it goes out of bounds. And so it's Paul bringing it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. They trail by 6. It's in and good for his 6th field goal in 10 attempts.
Money. There shaves a few points off the lead. And the later we get into this game, the more you're going to see him attacking the basket.
Russell with it. Good once again. That makes him 8 for 9 this game.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
If you can't stop it, here it comes. I'm right at you.
Count that one. And the Timberwolves lead has been cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from Chris Paul. Now Russell passes it to Culver. Now the pass to Lehman. 4 on the shot clock. It's rebounded by Schroeder. Thunder trailing by 4. Unloads from 13. No good there.
Well, you know he wants that one back. I mean, more often than not, he'll sink that mid-range jumper.
So both teams making some changes here. Minnesota leading by 4. Now, here is Russell. Beasley outside. Outside, Towns. Poked away. Adams with it. Now guarded by Towns. Alinari outside. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Here's Okogie. Gallinari covering, and the basket by Okogie. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
Yeah, but they've also done a great job of playing in space, getting out in transition every opportunity.
And it's Beasley finishing it off.
Boy, I tell you what, Beasley can really move. I mean, his drives are explosive and sudden. The defense has no way to stop him.
The shot's good from Paul.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Hey, defense is taking a back burner, secondary on the marquee, but who doesn't love a game like this? Let's go. I like offense.
Beasley in the post. Gilgeous Alexander covering. Shot clock at 5. Chalk up 2 there.
You know, Beasley not trying to do too much or get too cute there. Just finding the open man in a simple fashion. Well done.
Here's Paul. A rebound by the Timberwolves. One-on-one here. Floats it up for Beasley. Very pretty alley-oop layup. Beasley's got the lead up to 10 now for the Timberwolves.
You know, of all the things Okogie does well, his passing tends to get overshadowed at times. I mean, easy to see how creative he is on this feed.
From 18 feet away, Paul with the bucket. Paul's got 8 points here in this quarter. Timberwolves leading by 8. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. The drive by Russell. Down low. Some solid defense from Gallinari.
Yeah, he just flat out tricked that one, missed it, and has no one to blame but himself.
And finished off by Hernan Gomez.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for the Timberwolves.
What an effort in the transition game we've seen tonight from these guys. Really pushed the ball, and I think in doing so created a lot of pressure on the defense.
Definitely had a huge edge, and this is their DNA. When they run the ball and dictate the flow of the offense like we've seen here, these are the kinds of games they can have.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for D'Angelo Russell.
Every time there was a big possession or a big play, he was a major contributor. Just a great all-around game.
There's 38 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Russell with it. Now defended by Adams. And he comes up with the deuce.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
Look, it's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Now they're playing with urgency. They could have done it much earlier before the game was out of reach.
Here's Okogie, and he makes good on the layup.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
And I think they can start that celebration right now. I mean, what a terrific team victory.
And here's Towns. Off target with that shot. So it's Minnesota winning this one easily. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage. Oklahoma City. That's the location for the Jazz. Hi, everyone. Greetings from 2K. DA, it's
Kevin, thanks.
what a great guy. DA, thank you for that. And checking out Utah's opening lineup, Mitchell is the 2 with Ingles at the 3. Gobert is out there with Bogdanovich. And it's Conley in at the 1. And for Oklahoma City, Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Paul out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Dort in at the 3 slot. Couple terrific centers in tonight's matchup here, Greg. Great pivots, but center matchups are far from traditional, it seems like, these days.
No doubt about it, Kevin. Once you get into this now small ball mindset, this positionless game, I mean, you're seeing guys as short as P.J. Tucker play the 5 because, listen, when you're 25 feet from the basket, if I'm 6'2" and you're 7'2", I can still guard you. So because of the spacing now, it allows you the luxury to play smaller.
This is just reading the defense, finding the soft spot. Heady play by Gallinari.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Good, and Paul gets the assist.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
We play just over a minute here in the first. It's stolen by Gobert. Bogdanovich against Paul. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. And the Thunder pushing it up now. Hammers it home to polish off the break.
And Chris Paul is known for his lockdown D. If you aren't careful with the ball, he will swipe it clean.
And, you know, we talk a lot about Paul as a leader on and off the court. Was elected president of the Players Association back in 2013, re-elected for a 4-year term in 2017. People simply trust his point of view.
Here's Paul. Rudy Gobert picking up that last basket. Out to the right wing. Left side, Adams. Pass to Dort. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Paul. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Well, we know for Chris Paul, Greg, it's nothing new to lead, but on Oklahoma City last year, he had to do it without being surrounded by superstars.
You know, that's okay. Paul's a guy who wants to set the table. You have to have the ball to do that, and he's at his best when directing traffic and making his teammates better.
Here's Conley at the top of the key, Mitchell. Gobert, great positioning on the putback.
See, this is where the better conditioning comes in. Rudy Gobert able to stay active.
Paul against Ingles. And the wide open shot from Paul. And again, it's Oklahoma City.
And this team looking to get him the ball and get him in rhythm quickly.
Because he's someone that you lean on at the offensive end. Establish him early.
Mitchell. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
Donovan Mitchell, he covers every base, even showing the touch from mid-range.
Out to the wing. Paul looking around. And there's the pass to Adams. Good, and Paul gets the assist.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And it's Conley with the ball for the Jazz. 4-point game. Here's Mitchell. And Adams sends it back.
Adams puts every ounce of energy into his defense. He's not out there to contest shots. He's out there to reject them.
Again, Mitchell missing.
And for his offense, this has just been a brutal period.
The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Also, if you can't get stops at this point, it really doesn't matter what you do at the offensive end.
The Jazz making a switch here. Ed Davis is checked in for Bogdanovich. Royce O'Neal comes in for Joe Ingles. Jordan Clarkson, he's checked in for Donovan Mitchell. And Emmanuel Mudiay subbed in for Mike Conley. Now, here is O'Neal. Here's Davis. Back to O'Neal. From deep. Offensive rebound. And there's Gobert putting it right back in.
You have to box out Rudy Gobert, and if you don't, he will dunk it with force.
Here's Schroeder. There's the dish to Noel. Off on the layup.
You want your bigs playing big. Rips it down in traffic.
Clarkson passes to O'Neal. Back to Clarkson. No one near Moutier as he lets it go. Off target from three-point range. Oklahoma City leading by 5. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Noel finds Gilgeous-Alexander. And Davis pulls it down.
You expect him to make that, especially from that distance.
The Jazz have gone just a shade under 50% from the field. 5 of 11. Moutier against Schroeder. Moutier passes to Davis. No good on that one.
I'll tell you what, I think he thought that was going in. I sure did.
And so the first quarter is in the books. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. What stands out to you from Oklahoma City in this one?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
And that has helped them build an advantage here, playing with good focus and good energy.
Diallo out there with Dennis Schroeder. Then it's Mike Muscala. Then it's Noel. And it's Ferguson in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group for Oklahoma City getting going here in the second. Now here's Gobert. Here's Moutier. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Diallo. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Bojan Bogdanovic was a pro in Europe for a decade before he joined the NBA. The Croatian sharpshooter says, a lot of players who are happy over there, but I wanted to have another challenge, to play against the best in the world. That was the only thing that was important to me. Guys, he's lived up to that promise.
He loves that challenge, and he's having success. D.A., thank you. Moutier pass to O'Neal. Dishes to Gobert. Knocked loose and stolen by Noel. One-on-one fast break. Here's Diallo. Rebound, Utah. And here's Moutier. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Clarkson passes to Gobert. No good on the triple.
This is the shot they wanted to get. Right guy, right spot, wrong result.
Ferguson misses.
That was excellent contest, preventing him from making something that's usually automatic.
And the thing that stood out for me last year about Moutier, his shot selection was much improved.
It was, GA, a career high from the field. He was solid also from 3. Still, he needs to clean up that turnover category. But we have to remember, he is still very young despite how long we've been talking about him.
Now, Moutier after the missed 3 from Dennis Schroeder. O'Neal with it. Here's Gobert. Pass to Moutier. And here's Clarkson. Here's O'Neal. The offensive rebound. Gobert. Moutier finds Clarkson. The Jazz working the ball around now. Oklahoma City leading by 5. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And slam dunk by Noel.
More of a score-first point guard, but Schroeder doing a good job of finding the open man.
That's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will retain possession.
And always a bit of risk on those long passes. Lucky the D couldn't come up with it there.
Adams, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Molinari comes in for Terrence Ferguson. Utah also making some changes. Bogdanovic, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. And Donovan Mitchell subbed in for Emmanuel Moutier. Here's Diallo. A slam dunk by Diallo.
And Schroeder becoming a more consistent floor general out there.
And for those of you just joining us, we're in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. Here's Mitchell. Davis kicks to Mitchell. Shoots over Schroeder. The Jazz with another miss. And so it's Gallinari with it. He'll bring it up for Oklahoma City. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Adams has got the lead up to 11 now for the Thunder.
have to put a body on Adams. He's too good of an offensive rebounder to not pay attention.
Here's Mitchell on the money from 12 feet away.
Terrific play. This is why you run your offense through him and live with the results.
Here's Schroeder. Adams, the pass to Noel. Goes back up, and it's Adams getting it to go. Adams has got 6.
And this is where Adams has the biggest impact. The closer to the basket, the more effective he is. Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Dortz checked in, and Shea Gilgeous-Alexander subbed in for Diallo. Then for the Jazz, Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Davis. Joe Ingles comes in for O'Neal, and Mike Conley subbed in for Clarkson. 52 seconds left here in the second. Paul passes to Adams. Conley grabs the miss. Jazz trail by 11. Here's Mitchell. Out to Conley. On the wing, Mitchell. That 3 off the mark.
It's been a rough quarter for him. Can't seem to find any kind of rhythm.
Paul for 3. A nice shot by Gallinari.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Adams against Bogdanovich. Back to Mitchell. And it was still over the rim. Offensive basket interference. .11 seconds left to play here in the half. Here's Paul. Here's Adams. And stolen by Bogdanovich. Here's Mitchell. Oh, and the dunk by Mitchell.
What you love about Donovan Mitchell, not only does he explode into his moves, he finishes with authority.
And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder. All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Certain guys give their teams a lot more than the box score would indicate. Shaq. Thanks for joining.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Steven Adams with a strong contribution so far in this one.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
I have to credit them for their patience offensively. They understood the matchup, and they took the necessary time to exploit it.
Checking out the group for Quinn Snyder to start the second half. Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. Bogdanovich out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's Ingles in at the small forward. Now, here's Mitchell. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
And when you talk about certain players having that it factor, Donovan Mitchell fits that bill.
He does. Confident in his approach, GA. Fearless on his attack. Donovan Mitchell is one of those guys who can go off for 50 if you let him get into rhythm. As long as he's in Utah, that team will remain competitive.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander following the basket by Donovan Mitchell. Gilgeous-Alexander against Mitchell. Gobert with the block.
And that's one of Gobert's specialties, a shot blocking master.
They get the rebound. Here's Conley. Mitchell outside. The tray. Again, Mitchell missing.
He's had a tough time getting it going, and he's put this team behind the 8 ball.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. Greg, as a young player, one of your mentors was Patrick Ewing. How valuable was that to have that kind of guy tutoring you, mentoring you as you were just getting in the NBA?
I tell you, he was the consummate professional and really an incredible leader by example. This guy spent infinite amount of hours in the gym in the offseason, honing his craft. First on the floor, last to leave it throughout his professional career. And that's something he had in common with all the truly greats who ever played the game.
The Jazz shooting their first free throws of the game.
And still trying to find his footing in the league. Moutier must show improvement in his shooting moving forward.
O'Neal's checked in for Joe Ingles.
Yeah, how about the body control on that one? Narrowly misses getting the deuce.
The Thunder shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. Diallo, he's checked in for the Thunder. Clarkson, he's checked in for the Jazz.
I'll tell you, he doesn't give points away. Excellent job from the line.
Passes it to O'Neal. Three-pointer. And there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That is his first foul of the game. And now let's revisit that exceptional mobile one block.
And when you're behind in the game, that's what you've got to do. Contest every shot.
Schroeder looking around. Noel trying to break loose. And that one's good. Schroeder's got the lead up to 13 now for the Thunder. Here's Moutier. Inside. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. There's the triple. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
And when you're trying to cut into a lead, you can ill afford mistakes like that.
You know what it is, a lack of concentration. That's a momentum killer.
The Jazz making a switch here. Ingles is checked in. Here's Noel. Second shot opportunity. Here's Schroeder. 11 feet out, and he hits it. Schroeder's got 6 here in this quarter.
Typically playing the role of catalyst. This time, Schroeder's the one who gets set up.
Stolen away. Here we go, one-on-one. It's good. And the Thunder lead by 17.
So reliable. They've really leaned on him at the offensive end.
Clarkson kicks to O'Neal. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. The Jazz again can't hit it. Oklahoma City leading by 17. Another shot. And Noel lays it up and in. Noel's got his second basket of the game.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
For some reason, blocking out has become a lost art, and that's the result you'll get.
Shots good by Clarkson. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. To the paint. And Noel gets it to go on the assist by Schroeder. Noel's got 6 points.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
To the left side wing. Three-pointer. O'Neal misses.
This is how it's been so far. He's missed every shot he's taken, and the team is suffering the consequences. His inability to make shots has not brought this team down. That shows you their resourcefulness.
Clarkson dishes to Bogdanovich. Shoots it. Schroeder against Moutier. Clarkson, they grab their own miss.
Right there, it's who wants the basketball the most, and it's Joe Ingles creating the extra possession.
And the call will be against Emmanuel Moutier. That is his first foul of the game. A different look for Oklahoma City. Alinari comes in for Nerlens Noel. And Gilgeous-Alexander is subbed in for Diallo. Donovan Mitchell's checked in for the Jazz. Conley now comes in for Moutier. Here's Mitchell. The shot's good on the assist by Ingles. He's got 10.
Great job getting it to go after he takes the hit. Mitchell plays with a force every night.
Here's Schroeder, and he uses the glass on the layup. And the Thunder lead by 17.
This has been a tremendous quarter for him. Everything he puts up now looks like it's going in.
Here's Mitchell. Good on the three-point shot.
Even though Mitchell isn't all that efficient from range, the most impressive thing to me is he believes the shot is going in.
Schroeder finds Gallinari. Schroeder outside. over Conley, and no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, you also have the location of the pass. Puts it right where it needs to be, where his man can do something with it.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. Taking a look at the Thunder. Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Chris Paul. And it's Dort in at the 3 spot.
The desire to finish. Shea has that in his DNA.
Boy, your alma mater, UNLV, Greg, has produced some great NBA players over the years. I mean, so many great names.
No doubt about it. Listen, I got a special place in my heart for my former teammates Larry Johnson and Stacey Augmon.
Right.
But also guys like Sean Marion. You go back to Reggie Theus, who was a tremendous player. And right now in the league, you got Kim Birch, dunk champ Derrick Jones, and up-and-comer in Christian Wood.
Good mentions.
And, folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backcourt.
Ingles in the corner. Bogdanovich up top. Here's Mitchell. No good with the triple.
Not a whole lot going down for him at this point. He just can't buy a break.
Dort passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's out of bounds. They say last touch by Adams.
You want unselfishness, but you also need to keep it under control.
Jazz trail by 19. Conley kicks to Mitchell. And the layup's good off the glass.
The strength of Donovan Mitchell going downhill off contact, able to muscle it through.
Paul against Conley. Back to Paul. Shot from 6. Here's Adams. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket. And the Thunder lead by 19.
And boy, he can see blood in the water attacking a somewhat helpless team right now.
He's trying to help his team shut the door. They don't want to allow any comebacks.
Back to Paul. Pass to Dort. He kicks to Paul. 6 on the shot clock. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. And so it's Bogdanovich who brings up the ball for the Utah Jazz. Trailing by 19. Ingles with the ball. He's picked up by Paul. Back to Ingles. Here's Mitchell. A three-pointer off the mark.
Man, at what point do you blame the play calling more than the player?
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finish hard with 2 hands on that stuff. Here's Mitchell. The shot's good on the assist by Ingles. Ingles has got 3 assists now in this one. Conley against Paul. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Paul kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Conley. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
A sneaky athleticism of Conley, able to absorb the hit there and still get the shot.
Noel's checked in for Adams. O'Neal's checked in for the Jazz. And the pass to Dort. On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Count the basket.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for Oklahoma City.
You know, a team can have a great shooting night without getting a lot of assists, but tonight they had both.
Yeah, and listen, you only get the assist if the guy you give it to makes the shot. So a lot of assists will up your field goal percentage, but this was a great team effort by everyone.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Steven Adams.
He did all the dirty work that they needed, clearing out space underneath and securing rebounds.
So Utah ends up going with the new group. 1:07 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Clock at 6. Here's Schroeder, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
The blazing speed of Dennis Schroeder, enabling him to keep the defense off balance.
Schroeder hits them both. 59 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Moutier kicks to Niang. Oni passes to Niang. Nice ball movement by Utah. Back to Moutier from past the arc. And it's Baisley with the rebound. Here's Burton. We've got 33 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Fires from deep. And that one is off. The Jazz go the other way with it. Now here's Moutier. Aston Niang. Here's the three. The putback. It's good on the putback.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Launches it. And it's Schroeder missing. Here's Oni. Off the mark. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up for Greg. And just about to get underway as the starting five. Welcome to this Sunday afternoon edition. And checking out Utah's opening lineup. Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. Rudy Gobert is out there with Bogdanovich. And it's Ingles in at the 3 slot. And for the Timberwolves, we've got Malik Beasley. He's out there with Russell. And it's Towns in at the center, filling out the middle. Here's Okogie. Gobert with the block.
Let's remember that the 7-foot frame includes a 7'9" wingspan. Rudy Gobert, the Stifle Tower, doing work.
Sinks the three-pointer. And so Conley will bring the ball up for the Jazz. It's a 3-point game. Mitchell passes to Gobert. From outside the arc. Outside Conley. Nice ball movement by Utah. Bogdanovich, no luck.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Whistle blows. Yep, that's going to be a travel. Well, this seems to be a game that could be very tactical, Greg. Both teams relying on execution in the half court.
And Kevin, you're going to see a lot of ball movement and body movement, and you can't just stand around and watch one guy go to work. I think that puts so much pressure on the defense with how the game is played.
And an emphasis on coaching, too.
Yes.
Here is Russell after the basket by Utah. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. To the middle, here's Towns. The lead pass was put in just the right spot.
Well, the more repetition he gets, the more floor awareness you develop. D'Angelo Russell showing a desire to get his teammates involved.
Conley kicks to Bogdanovich. Pass to Mitchell. Pulls it up. Offensive rebound. On the wing, Ingles. Back to Mitchell. 6 to shoot. Up again. Conley on the follow.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? Now, here is Russell. Lays it up off the glass.
Boy, the speed of Russell can take you aback. This guy's so good at using it to take the defense apart on the drive.
Bogdanovich passes to Mitchell. Kicks to Ingles. Unloads. Mitchell dishes to Gobert. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. Minnesota making some changes. Johnson comes in for Hernan Gomez. And Layman subbed in for Malik Beasley. And last season, at least at first, it was a challenge for Ingles to mesh with Mike Conley.
Yeah, I mean, Conley came in to run the offense, which kind of took the ball out of Ingles' hands a little bit. But then Conley goes out with the hamstring, and that allowed Ingles to get back into rhythm, and he's been able to handle that load many times for this group.
Culver's checked in for Josh Okogie. O'Neal's checked in for Utah. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Noel's checked in, and Utah also making a switch. Clarkson's checked in. Mitchell passes to Gobert. Back to Mitchell. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. It's all knotted up.
Well, no hesitation from Bogdanovich in the catch-and-shoot situation. Beautiful.
Over in the corner. Left side, Towns. No good. The Jazz go the other way with it.
Right now trying to get into a rhythm, but so far this quarter, boy, he is struggling to make anything go down.
Mitchell kicks to O'Neal. Back to Mitchell. Mitchell is doubled. And Jarrett Culver gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Reed's checked in. Then for the Jazz, Davis comes in for Bogdanovich. And Emmanuel Mudiay subbed in for Donovan Mitchell. Jacks up a 3. A shot by Clarkson, no good. The Timberwolves have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. 1:21 left here in the opening quarter. Here's Reed. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. This is his first free throw of the game. And that one misses. Good on the second free throw. There's 1:17 left in the first quarter. Now, here's Clarkson. Guarded closer. Gobert dishes to Clarkson. Here's Moutier. The three ball. The shot by Clarkson, no good. Here's Layman. He's covered by Clarkson. Here's Johnson, and then Johnson with the jam.
I'll tell you, that vertical ability he has puts him in select company in NBA power forwards. May not have great size, but boy, he plays bigger than it.
Now, here's Moutier. He kicks it to O'Neal. Moutier pass to Davis. Back to Moutier. That's in there. Davis with the assist.
Well, Emmanuel Moutier, that kind of shot will up your field goal percentage, gentlemen.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Here's Noel, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And Kevin, lots of standing around and watching by the defense that time.
And he makes them pay, doesn't he, Greg, out with that emphatic slam.
You know, but at this level, almost any guy can throw it down on you if you leave him wide open.
And the Jazz with possession here. After the basket by Minnesota. To the paint. Here's Davis. From deep. And no good. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Minnesota on top, leading by 3. And we'll get it going after this from the Target Center. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And what do you guys think about Minnesota here in this one?
Guys, I love their defense in that first period. They were in position and just challenging shots.
Well, I think they combined great intelligence with great effort, and you can see the results.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, Malik Beasley out there with D'Angelo Russell. And it's Reed in at the 5 spot.
A guy who can be a little inconsistent game to game. Clarkson can be extremely consistent year to year.
Right. You consider him as a rookie. Many of the numbers then are similar to what they are now. But the one thing that has improved is the consistency of the three-point shooting. He's worked so hard on it, and that's where the consistency has started to take root.
And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for Minnesota. Beasley kicks to Russell. Plays it up and banks it in. Russell's got 6.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Over in the corner, Moutier. Back to Clarkson. Now the dish to Davis. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Here's Reed. And here is O'Neal. The tray. That one doesn't go. Here's a Kogi. And he uses both hands to jam it in.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, gotta chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage in a close game. Those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
Here's Clarkson after the basket by Minnesota. Vernon Gomez with the ball. He's still scoreless so far in this one. A Kogi misses.
And I'm not sure that is a shot that he should be taking.
Well, it's hard to imagine that the play was designed to go in that direction. Boy, I'd be surprised if we see that again.
Minnesota leading by 4. And it's Beasley in the corner. Here's Reed. Somehow misses the one-handed flush.
Amazing tenacity attacking the basket, and I'm sure he won't miss that next time.
Out of bounds, Minnesota takes possession. No doubt, Greg, you were known being a gritty, in-your-face defender. And when you think of the most hard-nosed point guards in the NBA today, Who comes to mind?
For me, I think Chris Paul, I go first because this guy, one, he's a phenomenal two-way player. He'll do whatever it takes to win, even if that means pushing the envelope a little bit. Pat Beverly is another guy, just a flat-out bulldog. Marcus Smart, I think, falls into that category. Again, it's not always about being the most talented, but if you bring an edge about you, that really permeates throughout your team. So those are some guys. Drew Holiday is another guy I'd throw into that mix as well.
Yeah, they all lock in. You're right. And it's Mitchell missing, and it's out of bounds. Utah able to retain possession here. Gobert, he's checked in for the Jazz. 1:37 left in the first half. Here's Mitchell. Misses, and the dry spell continues.
Well, the defense flat out awful right there, and he couldn't punish them for their mistake. What a terrific pass. Work the ball inside and create a good look for your teammate.
Here's Mitchell down low. Out to Conley. On the wing, Mitchell. Jazz passing it around, and there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Timberwolves leading by 6. 1:02 left now here in the second. Culver passes to Noel. Dishes it to Towns. Finds the hole for the second time from the floor. Now 2 for 5.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Outside Conley. Here's Mitchell. And Gobert kicks to Mitchell. Goes up to the stripe. And it's good off the back of the rim and in.
Yeah, Donovan Mitchell in the mid-range making great use of what the defense is giving him.
Here's Noel. Covered by Mitchell. Noel passes to Towns. Feeds it to Culver. Just 5 to shoot.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Well, it's amazing. If you finish quarters the right way, it can have such a great impact on the outcome of a game.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
What you love about Joe Ingles is he's going to give you a little bit of everything. He can score it, he can pass it, he can board it, and he can guard. Whatever you need, he's going to bring it.
Here's Noel. And so the ball is out of bounds. Bogdanovich touched it last. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to... It was a closely contested first quarter for Minnesota. They didn't get more than a 1 possession. And that does it for our...
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at D'Angelo Russell. What a contribution.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And part of that has to do with his mindset. He has been looking to push the action at every opportunity, and he has been in attack mode all night.
Checking out the group for Quinn Snyder to start the second half. Conley runs the point with Mitchell flanking him. Joe Ingles is out there with Bogdanovich. And it's Gobert in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And last season, Karl Anthony Towns shooting over 40% from three-point range with over 8 attempts a game. I mean, Greg, he is in the conversation, don't you think, for best three-point shooting center of all time.
It's amazing, Kevin. His volume of threes is unprecedented for the center position. And it's not just standstill. Catch and shoot triples. He's hitting step backs. He could have that title when it's all said and done.
So it's the Jazz now after the basket by Minnesota. Back to Mitchell. Shoots the 3. Again, Mitchell missing.
Well, I guarantee you this is not what they talked about in the locker room. 0 for 3 and looking lost.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Well, if you continue to execute at both ends, you can build on this lead.
Now here is Conley. The pass to Ingles. Now Mitchell. Goes up on the high post. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
Boy, Donovan Mitchell as a jump shooter, so pure.
Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Now Russell. He's got 6. Shot clock at 6. Here's Towns. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Russell's got 4 assists in the game.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Now here's Bogdanovich. Towns with the steal. Here's a Kogi, and he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And at this point, it is their game to lose. They've done such a good job building the lead.
Mitchell against Beasley. Count that one in, and the Timberwolves lead is cut down to just 10 points with the bucket for Mitchell.
We're talking 6'3", 215 pounds, so that is a big-sized guard. He can operate on the interior.
Now, here is Russell. Inside, stolen by Michael Conley. And now Utah, fast break, and that's a foul called on Malik Beasley. That's his first foul. Minnesota making a switch here. Reed's checked in. The Jazz also changing it up. O'Neal's checked in for Joe Ingles, and it's Jordan Clarkson in for Mitchell. Russell against Conley. Pass to Clarkson. Beasley comes with the double team. Clarkson kicks to O'Neal. Another miss by Utah.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Okogie misses. Jazz trail by 10. Conley dishes to Bogdanovich. Out to Conley. Nice ball movement by Utah. And it's Bogdanovich in the corner. Launches a 3. And stolen by Russell. Count it. Russell's got the lead up to 12 now for the Timberwolves.
A pretty simple solution to ending this run. It would just be getting back and actually playing some defense.
Takes the 3. The Jazz again can't hit it.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Here's Noel. He's covered by Clarkson. Noel passes to Layman. Here's Reed. Reverses. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. And 1:01 left in the third quarter of the game. A nice shot by Bogdanovich.
Well, you love to see Bojan Bogdanovich get out and run, get ahead of the defense and score it. That is nice.
Here's Noel. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Layman. Here's Reed. Gobert with the block. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Clarkson finds Gobert. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. Offline with his 3. Pushing it up. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Oh, and the jam by Johnson.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. And so it's... And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate. And how about the setup this was?
How about the secondary playmaking you are getting? Great to have that from the shooting guard spot.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. Culver out there with D'Angelo Russell. Then it's James Johnson. And it's Lehman in at the small forward position. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Greg, if you're a small market team, how do you convince stars that you've drafted and developed to stay and re-sign?
It's a great question, Kevin. I actually think in a lot of ways it's easier today because you can be box office. You can be a superstar in a small market and have the name recognition because of the era we play in. And so I think the biggest way to keep them there is to build a championship caliber team around them. I think that is your saving grace. If you can prove to them that you can build a championship caliber team, I don't really think that there is a reason to want to leave.
It's a solid blueprint. Hernan Gomez against Davis. Back to Hernan Gomez. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. Some changes for Minnesota. Towns, he's checked in for Lehman. And it's Malik Beasley in for Culver. Russell against Moutier. Back to Clarkson. Pass to O'Neal. He feeds it to Davis. Over Hernan Gomez. The Jazz with another miss.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Johnson dishes to Russell. To the inside. Stolen by O'Neal. Pass to Clarkson. Kicks it to Bogdanovich. Over Johnson. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. And so it's Towns with it. He brings it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. They've led by as many as 14 points.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Timberwolves leading by 11. Now, here is Russell. There's the lob to Towns. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Unbelievable. That's the big cat. So fluid at the center position.
Clarkson against Beasley. Here's Moutier. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Towns has got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. A three. And another three for Minnesota.
Well, you love to see Towns hit that shot. Boy, when he's in rhythm, this guy can space the floor.
The pass to Moutier. The Jazz working the ball around now. To the wing on the left, O'Neal. The basket good off the assist from Moutier. O'Neal's got 5 points in the quarter.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
The feed now to Russell. Second chance shot. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
And he trims the lead to single digits.
How about Jordan Clarkson? The ability at his position to absorb contact and finish the play.
Russell passes to Towns. Back to Russell. Stolen by Clarkson. And here we go. Fast break. Moutier's got it. The shot's good.
You see the ability of Moutier to get into space and be a factor in transition.
Hernan Gomez passes to Towns. 1:03 left in the game. Russell looking it over. Johnson for three. Here's Towns. Kicks it out to Johnson. Lets the three fly. O'Neal with the rebound. And it's the Jazz's ball. They're rolling here with the 9-point run. Clarkson dishes to Mudiay. Beasley with the steal. And now Minnesota on the fast break. Oh, Russell in position. And stolen by Bogdanovich.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
I'll tell you, it's never an easy point in the game, knowing whatever you do, you're still coming away with the L.
O'Neal misses. Now the Timberwolves with it. They lead by 7. Outside, Towns. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
You too.
So it's the Timberwolves now. And it's Royce O'Neal with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. And here's Russell. From deep three-point range. And so the Timberwolves take the win. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans. But in the end, everyone's satisfied.
for the land of the...
Thank you for tuning into this Sunday afternoon. Hey, Dave.
Hey, Kevin, thanks for...
They're such a great reflection of their coach. Thanks, D.A. And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. We've got Russell, also Malik Beasley out there, and it's Hernan Gomez in at the power forward. And for Oklahoma City, Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Paul out there with Gilgeous-Alexander, and it's Dort in at the 3. Greg, we've got two terrific highlight-making teams, both athletic in so many ways.
You know, it makes me hearken all the way back to college, and one of my teammates, Stacey Ogden, one of the greatest athletes I ever played alongside. But we're going to see a lot of his impact in tonight's game.
Paul with the bucket.
Chris Paul knows exactly not just who's going to hit him, but how they're going to hit him.
Russell dishes to Towns. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
And a hard finish there, guys.
Yeah, and only one hand needed for that one. And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Well, so many plays are initiated from the pick and roll for Russell, and for very good reason. He's got as good a feel for that as you could hope for.
And stolen by Russell. And now the Timberwolves on the break. A finish, and it's Beasley finishing it off.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Now here's Paul. Steps back and fires. And again, it's Oklahoma City.
So creative right there. Paul's fantastic at finding ways to get inside and capitalize, whether it's him or a teammate.
Outside, Russell. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Wow, hammering it in. Thunder have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. And stolen by Russell. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Beasley with it. He's picked up by Gilgeous-Alexander. And here we go with Adams running it up the court. Here's Gallinari. Comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1. For Minnesota, they've gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Great communication on the alley-oop.
Well, the find from the off-guard Beasley there, would like to see more of that. Malik working the ball around.
And the rejection by Towns. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Towns. And Oklahoma City making a change here. Schroeder's checked in. Minnesota also making some changes. Johnson comes in for Hernan Gomez. And Lehman subbed in for Josh Okogie.
And his foot movement is what makes Towns such a terrific shot blocker. He moves so well and can defend just about any position on the floor.
And this is right around the time when one team might start to pull away.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead, trying to put the other team away, and threatening here.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Russell against Schroeder. Russell passes to Beasley. Can't get it to fall.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Schroeder finds some deceptive ways to make you foul him. Someone who can nail some shots despite getting hit on the way up.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
And going back to his performance at the line last year, guys, 84% as a free throw shooter.
Now, here's Culver. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Johnson kicks to Lehman. To the middle. Here's Reed. And the rejection by Noel.
Noel in there to intimidate, and does so there.
Here's Ferguson. Boom, he jams it straight down.
and slams it home and gets some camera time on the end of it.
He did. He spent a while up on that rim, didn't he? He lobs up the alley-oop pass.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Thunder trailing by 3. There's 57 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Noel, Schroeder, and Schroeder stays with it. Schroeder's got 7 points.
Well, Schroeder down there sneaking in and able to pick up a loose ball board and get a hoop.
Noel passes to Reed. Tries again. Offensive rebound. He kicks to Culver. Passes it to Noel. Clock at 6. To the paint. Here's Reed. And 3 chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock.
And guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skills to pull that off.
Well, he's got plenty of those,
Yes.
that's for sure. Shot's good by Noel.
So far, both teams scorching the nets. You gotta love it.
Yeah, made for TV game here. Pace is great, scoring is coming in bunches, and both of the teams feeling confident right now.
Now, here's Culver. Makes it off the glass.
I'll tell you, Culver has an array of moves once he gets into the paint.
And that concludes a back-and-forth high-scoring first quarter of play. Timberwolves lead by 1. And don't go up. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And guys, what's your take so far on the Timberwolves?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, felt like they knew that there were openings in transition and just wanted to keep trying to feed that, get out quick.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. On the court for Minnesota, they've got James Johnson, and it's Hernan Gomez in at the 3 slot.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
Muscala misses. Minnesota in the lead. Noel passes to Culver. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Johnson outside. Inside. Here's Reed. Oh! And he dunks it down.
Very little resistance against that throwdown.
Nope, not what they want to see in a game this close, Greg.
On one side, inspiration. On the other, devastation.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
And Paul played in his 10th NBA All-Star game last year after having missed the event 3 years in a row.
And some of that could have been health, and then obviously some of it was fit with other teams. But this Thunder offense has really played to Chris Paul's strengths and working through a ton of options, sometimes playing deep into the shot clock. Again, highly efficient and one of the best mid-range players, and then working alongside Steven Adams. This has been a bit of a symphony here.
Ball's knocked loose. There's the call on James Johnson. That's foul number 2 for him. For the Thunder, Gallinari, he's checked in for Noel. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander subbed in for Diallo. The drive by Paul, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Paul's got the lead up to 1 now for the Thunder.
Sweet to be a difference maker in the game, and he's been a great option for them on these possessions.
Yeah, and how about another trait for Cole?
And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Yeah, you combine a lot of things with Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got speed and length and growing in terms of his basketball IQ.
Towns down low. Adams on him, and Towns gets it to go. Towns has got 8 points. Greg, is a point guard, what is it you like to see from that position on the floor?
I think first and foremost, leadership. It's so valuable at that spot. And, you know, you always got to have your head high because your teammates are feeding off what you put forth in terms of your body language and enthusiasm. So, you know, the typical stuff about organizing the offense and setting the tone on the defensive end, that stuff's important as well. But so much of how you carry yourself out on the floor when you deal with adversity and you know that you're going to, is really paramount.
Dennis Schroeder's checked in for Chris Paul. And so it's Gallinari with it. He'll bring it up for Oklahoma City. Here's Schroeder. It's hauled in by Karl Anthony Towns. The Timberwolves have gone a sensational 5 of 5 from the field since the start of the second quarter.
Oh, my goodness. Save that one. I want to see that again.
Me too. Just absolutely beautiful. Now the pass to Gallinari. Russell against Schroeder. On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. Shot clock at 5. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one is on Towns.
Yeah, you got to be careful with Schroeder. He's explosive, and he's good at finding his way to the line because he uses that quickness well.
Schroeder hits them both.
And you can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Russell dishes to Towns. And he elevates for the slam dunk. Steven Adams did not like that at all.
And guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness. Beasley finds Towns, and the dunk by Towns.
Yet another bucket in close. That's how he's earning his points today.
Down low. Dort passes to Adams. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Here's Schroeder. And Adams with the basket on the assist by Schroeder. Adams has got his first 2 points. The Timberwolves have gotten on a roll and just kept going here in the second quarter. 8 of 8. Wow. Okogie. And Adams sends it back.
Well, the size of Steven Adams, one thing, but persistence is another.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
For Oklahoma City, they have been solid at the line so far. 4 for 4.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Nerlens Noel checks in for Oklahoma City. To the inside. Towns trying to get open, and with that, the Thunder lead is cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Hernan Gomez. Schroeder outside. Now the feed to Adams. That one's off. He's now 1 for 2. 3 on 3. Noel passes to Towns. And no good on the last second attempt this time.
Hey, you want...
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, Chris Paul has been the story in this one. He ended up with 15 points. And that should do it with the second half.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. It's been a clinic by Chris Paul.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Paul, and it's Schroeder in at the small forward position. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. The shot's good from Paul.
Well, what we've seen here tonight, Chris Paul can put points up on the board still in a hurry, just carrying the offensive load right now.
Count it. Russell's got the game tied up here for the Timberwolves.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
The shot by Paul, nobody around. Steps back and drains the jump shot. Paul's got 19 points. Timberwolves shooting nearly 70% from the floor. They are putting on a clinic offensively. Here's Russell. Banked in off the glass.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Paul goes in, and he lays it straight in. 21 points in the game.
And how about that? Coming out to start the half, a perfect 3 of 3.
Beasley with it. He's picked up by Gilgeous-Alexander, and Towns gets it to go.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Here's Paul, and that one drops for him. Paul's got 8 here in the quarter.
Well, great start. Check that box. They've made their first 4 shots, guys, and the offense looking very fluid right now.
Here's Beasley. Thunder with the rebound.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
It seems like every team, Greg, needs that one enforcer, that one guy who's going to get under opponents' skins.
Well, in one poll of coaches and players, Adams was voted the second dirtiest player in the league. One guy said he's real physical, but maybe he crosses the line. Throws the sneaky elbow here and there, commits extra hard fouls, yet Adams usually escapes foul trouble.
Beasley dishes to Towns. Oh, and the jam by Towns.
And you see Big Cat has the size and coordination. Hard to bump him out of his rhythm.
And he commits the intentional foul. For the Thunder, Mike Muscala is checked in for Adams. Terrence Ferguson comes in for Dennis Schroeder. And Diallo subbed in for Gilgeous-Alexander. The Timberwolves also changing it up. Reed's checked in. And Culver's subbed in for D'Angelo Russell.
Pretty easy right now. Clear out, give him some space, let him get to work.
Culver's shot is off. The Thunder leading by 4. Pulls up on the elbow. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. For Minnesota, they've gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field.
How about the recognition from Culver? Terrific at realizing when the defense has broken down.
Paul goes in, and Culver pulls it down. For Minnesota, they've gone 6 of 9 from the floor here in the second half. They've got to be happy with that. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Greg, as a point guard, you must have had so much fun being surrounded by so much terrific talent at UNLV.
You know, Larry Johnson, Stacey Augmon, I mean, I could go on. And you're right, I was blessed to play alongside these guys. They were incredible talents, finishers. And, you know, you don't always appreciate it going through that moment, but the fact that we're all still close and stay in contact, man, what an awesome experience to be a part of that team.
Chemistry must have been off the charts on that team.
It was, and we had a lot of personalities, man. It was a different era back then. But I tell you, again, I wouldn't trade that experience for anything.
And this will be his second and third shots at the line here.
Well, there's been a lot of stops in CP3's career, but there's been no doubt that when he's on the team, he is the vocal and emotional leader of their production.
Minnesota making a switch here. Noel's checked in. Pass to Layman. Six to shoot. Culver, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And we know GA's shooting is a question mark for Jarrett Culver.
A long windup, a little hitch in his giddy up, and shoots it kind of on the way down. He's reworked his motion. I like the high release, but it's still a work in progress.
D'Angelo Russell's checked in for the Timberwolves.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. And that one's good. Russell
in complete control that time. Score off of that drive. That's a skill you have to have as a combo guard in this league.
And that one is good.
Just how awesome is it to watch the best of the best start to dominate in a game.
The drive by Russell. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. The Thunder with the lead. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City. And slam dunk by Noel.
What elevation. He's a smaller but still determined big man. And he likes mixing it up with his impressive vert.
Russell, no good. Oklahoma City shooting 70% from the floor. Truly incredible work from this offense tonight.
And you can see Ferguson just feasting in the open court there.
Timberwolves trail by 5.
Yeah, take your time. You don't give them another possession.
Yeah, hopefully that's what they'll do here. It's what most teams try to execute at this time in the game.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
Now Culver, just 3 on the clock. Can't capitalize inside. And so it's Oklahoma City bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. The Timberwolves shooting 65%, an outstanding offensive display from them. So on the floor for Minnesota, we've got Malik Beasley. He's out there with Russell, and it's Reed in at the center position. And there's the foul to try to stop the break, and that'll be a clear path to the basket. 2 free throws coming up, and they'll retain possession. And he makes the first.
And a former high-level recruit, Dort went undrafted, but it didn't take him long to make an NBA team and contribute.
Yeah, he played around 20 minutes a game last year for OKC, and he just really prided himself on bringing toughness and defense on a nightly basis. Trust me, there's plenty of other guys on that roster who can do the scoring job. So he settled in nicely and continues to work on being more consistent offensively.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Beasley. Noel trying to break loose. Adams' shot is good.
They are just killing them on the interior.
The drive by Russell. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Russell's got 10 points in just the second half.
Man, he is just really in a flow right now. That field goal percentage has gone through the roof.
Pass to Dort. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one's on Johnson.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
And the first one at the line is good. That one falls, so he hits both of them. And we've played through about a minute here in the 4th. Here's Beasley and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession. Both teams will make substitutions. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
We've talked so much about Gilgeous-Alexander's athleticism. This is the reason why, on display.
Here's Beasley. Passes to Okogie. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Beasley with the steal. Here's Towns. And the dunk by Towns.
And with that unique combination of size and skill, Towns can sure get himself going offensively.
Schroeder passes to Gallinari. Trying to find Schroeder, gets it to him, and it goes down 2 points. Schroeder's got the lead up to 13 now for the Thunder.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to him?
Yeah, he's feeling it. Keep feeding him until he misses.
And pushing it up here. Here is Oklahoma City. Now here's Diallo. Not a lot of room. Molinari finds Diallo. And the rejection by Towns. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Okogie misses. And Adams has got the ball here for the Oklahoma City Thunder. This is the most they've led by 13 points.
Zero hesitation from Shea on that play.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And yes, it's good.
And say what you will about the value of the three-pointer, but those close-in looks are always plan A. Every trip down, get to the paint, get deep, score.
The pass to Diallo. Adams outside. Schroeder outside. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Reagan, New York, you obviously played in a number of championship contending teams. What do the Knicks have to do to get back to that feel, that kind of team?
Well, listen, it starts with stability across the board, but mainly that means at the top. And you got to give this new front office, this new regime, an opportunity. I think they got some good young pieces, but title contenders are not in a constant state of flux right now. They've got to take their baby steps here and start moving in the right direction.
Like you say, it does begin in the front office. First free throw is good.
Schroeder last year accepting his role of coming off the bench and being a scorer. So whatever it is the coaching staff is asking of him, he's willing to do it.
James Johnson's checked in for Juan Hernangomez. Beasley kicks to Russell. Trying to find Towns. Gets it to him. No good. And just his 3rd miss against 13 tries. Here's Adams, and plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. And Minnesota gets called for the foul.
Well, Adams with the make them pay mentality right here from the free throw line.
Chris Paul, he's checked in for the Thunder. And he sinks the second. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the 4th quarter.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Thunder.
They had a fantastic play from the bench.
And this team has great depth, and they showed it in this game.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Chris Paul.
Now, this was a showcase night of his skills offensively.
Look, they've earned this victory tonight. Tough to dominate the way they did.
Now, these nights last a long time when you just go out there and you outwork your opponent. You know that that's going to pay dividends. Tonight, it's going to come in a win.
For Oklahoma City, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the 4th. Strong work at that end of the floor. And no good that time. The Timberwolves go the other way with it. Oh, Russell in position. Tries to keep it alive. And that'll be Oklahoma City's ball as it goes out of bounds.
Now, that's 2 teammates who need to reintroduce themselves to one another, not on the same page.
To the left wing. Dort passes to Beasley. Puts up a 3. The Thunder with another miss. So it's the Timberwolves now. Down by 15. Here's Noel. And taken away by Paul. To the paint. Stolen by Evans. Here's Noel. And here's Johnson outside. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a
from Salt Lake City. A Sunday afternoon with the NBA.
Hey, Kevin, thanks for...
The Jazz, like Memphis, willing to grind. Thanks, D.A. So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Paul. And it's Dort in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Jazz, Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. Gobert is out there with Bogdanovich. And it's Ingles in at the 3 spot. Paul with the steal. And now a fast break for the Thunder. Dort misses. And so Conley will bring the ball up for Utah. Terrific, talented backcourts tonight. Greg, did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus.
Oh, the lob to Gallinari.
And that's going to happen. Paul recognizes the imbalance in the defense. Delivers a perfect pass.
Bogdanovich against Gallinari. A nice shot by Bogdanovich.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
The shot by Paul, no good.
And that's okay. Even though you miss, you had the right guy taking the shot.
Mitchell against Adams. Inside. Ingles dishes to Mitchell. The shot's good on the assist by Ingles.
Off contact. To me, when you're talking about Donovan Mitchell, that toughness for a young fella is on full display.
Conley against Paul. Over Conley. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Jazz have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Conley against Paul. Fires high post. Jazz working now with the fresh shot clock. Second chance shot. That shot no good. And Oklahoma City will go with it the other way. Lays it up and banks it in.
And at this stage in Chris Paul's career, he relies on experience as much as athleticism in transition.
Mitchell wide open. Drills it from outside. Mitchell's got 5.
They're getting him shots in his spots. That's understanding your personnel.
Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Paul. A 3-pointer off the mark.
Great perimeter D. Gave a good shooter absolutely no room to operate.
And such a great all-around player for over a decade now. Conley is one of the class acts in our league.
He is, GA. One of the best floor leaders we have. He's completely unselfish. Also, 3-time NBA Sportsmanship Award winner. And in 2019 was named NBA Teammate of the Year.
Here's Mitchell. After the made shot from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And here's the fast break. Here's Dort. And that one is hammered home.
Gallinari, very unselfish, draws a lot of defensive attention, which often leads to open teammates.
Bogdanovich passes to Mitchell. 1:15 left to play here in the first. The basket is good. That's his 6th attempt and his 3rd make.
Just look at the way Mitchell's built. The strength in the upper body.
Conley against Paul. And Adams with the slam.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete. Jazz trail by 5. Conley dishes to Gobert. 44 seconds left in the first. Adams, some nice D. Pass to Dort. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
This is what Shea excels at, navigating shot blockers in the paint and finishing.
Here's Mitchell. Count that as his 4th basket of the night. Just 7 shots to get there.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Ball surveying the floor. Over Conley. And stolen by Bogdanovich. Can't cash in on the 10-foot jumper. And we reach the end of the first quarter. Thunder out in front. They lead by 5. Live from Vivint Smart Home Arena, you're watching 2K Sports. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. What stands out to you from Oklahoma City in this one?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
That's their mindset. Attack, attack, and attack some more. You're not going to beat them playing soft.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So the Thunder 5 right now. Muscala is out there with Nerlens Noel. Then there's Dennis Schroeder. Oh, the power on that throwdown!
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. Here's Noel. Kicks it out to Schroeder. Over Moutier. 5 to shoot. Nobody near Schroeder. Moutier with the rebound.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
O'Neal passes to Clarkson. Great D that time from Dennis Schroeder.
Meeting right at the rim. He typically converts in those situations. Not this time.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder. I know you appreciate this, Greg. So much of defense now is closing out on the three-point shooting and then protecting the rim. Consequently, pull-up jump shooters are super valuable. And there are a lot of good ones in the NBA right now.
No doubt about it. And Kevin, you know, you think about a few guys. James Harden, I mean, he shoots that step-back three, but he's a guy that, because of his ability to utilize your inability to defend that three-pointer, Kyrie, Dame Lillard, those are some guys. Chris Paul still as good as anybody in that mid-range area. C.J. McCollum. These are guys that have really feasted and carved out a nice niche for themselves in the NBA because of that ability to take and make jump shots.
And I love that list. You're right on it. Jazz trail by 7. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. That's good from O'Neal. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Here's Schroeder. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. That's tipped. Now, here is O'Neal. T right on him. Passes it to Bogdanovich. The three. The Jazz again can't hit it. Jumps up. Rips down the breakaway slam.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. Pass to Moutier. Back to Bogdanovich. And the pass to Clarkson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Goes up from the top of the key. That's short off the rim. The Thunder leading by 7. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
The Thunder shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
And as a team, excellent. A season ago, about 80% when they got to the line.
So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Gobert, he's checked in for Davis. Joe Ingles comes in for Bogdanovich. Mitchell, he's checked in for Clarkson. And Mike Conley subbed in for Emmanuel Mudiay. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. We were all witnesses last year to the pandemic, which struck with worldwide repercussions. The NBA was no exception. The 1920 season was altered, and this season was delayed. But the league is finding a sense of solidarity and resolve under the leadership of Adam Silver. Now, sports is a microcosm of society as a whole, and we all are finding different ways to overcome this. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks, DA. Here's Gobert. The shot's good on the assist by Ingles.
I like that play by Joe Ingles. Doesn't have anything he wants, keeps the ball moving.
Paul against Conley. Paul with the buckets. Paul's got the lead back up to 9 now for Oklahoma City.
Shooting at a high clip, he's found ways to get quality looks.
He gets it in there.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Thunder have gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. To the middle. Ferguson's shot is good.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Conley feeling it out. Down low. It's stolen by Adams. Tipped away. Gallinari with it. Conley picks him up. And Chris Paul the bucket on the assist from Gallinari. Paul's got the lead up to 11 now for Oklahoma City. Beyond the arc. And it's Mitchell missing.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
And Gobert kicks to O'Neal. 12 seconds left to play in the first half. Mitchell's shot is good.
Because he's so good at putting the ball on the floor and making plays, the three is going to be available to Donovan Mitchell.
And so it's Oklahoma City in the driver's seat. Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to a competitive matchup for Oklahoma City in the first quarter. Their biggest advantage of the... Thanks for joining.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. It's been one outstanding game from Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
Mitchell is the 2 with Ingles at the 3. Bogdanovich out there with Gobert, and it's Conley in at the point guard position. That's the group starting the second half for Quinn Snyder. Pass to Adams. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Adams. Oklahoma City moving it around. Steps back and fires. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Jazz trail by 6. On the wing, Ingles. Mitchell outside. Fires the 3. Thunder with the rebound. Adams has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Dort. And he gets it to go. Dort's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Nice awareness there, finding the open man down the court on the break.
And it's Bogdanovich off the drive. He feeds it to Gobert. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. Clock at 4. From deep, Ingles. The Thunder pull it in.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Watching Shea play, he's already exceeded most scouts' expectations.
Back to Bogdanovich. Mitchell against Gilgeous-Alexander. Basket good. Mitchell's got 16 points.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
And that takes skill and the ability to make adjustments as you're going up.
Dort passes to Adams, and it's out of bounds. The Thunder able to retain possession.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
A little bit late there, but you tried to get into your opponent's head. Forced them to go somewhere else with the ball, and he did that.
Clarkson, he's checked in for the Jazz. And then for Oklahoma City, Nerlens Noel checks in for Steven Adams, and Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Paul. High arcing shot, and Schroeder stays with it. And the Thunder lead by 12.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Here's Mitchell. Again, the Jazz score. Greg, how special was it for you that you had your number 50 retired at UNLV?
You know, that's something I can honestly say. As a kid, you dream about a lot of things. Winning, you know, playing at the highest levels. That's something I never really fathomed, is to have your jersey hanging up in an arena. That was a surreal moment, a really cool moment, and it was awesome to be able to share it with my family and friends.
And people probably don't know that you grew up in Las Vegas, so it was probably doubly special, wasn't it?
Exactly. Born and raised.
And so it's Bogdanovich who brings up the ball for the Utah Jazz. Trailing by 10. Here's Noel, and slam dunk by Noel.
And Schroeder entrusted to run this offense, making the right call.
Schroeder against Conley. Passes it to Bogdanovich. On the wing, Mitchell. Another miss by Utah.
And all quarter long, it's been the same story, inconsistent with his offense.
That one falls.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
The reason why they've stayed aggressive, and they have not let up this entire night. And at this point, I wouldn't expect them to.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
For the Jazz, Ed Davis is checked in for Bogdanovich. Royce O'Neal comes in for Mitchell. And Emmanuel Mudiay subbed in for Mike Conley.
Very nearly stolen. There's no need to force that pass.
Pass to Mudiay. Kicks to Clarkson. There's the pass to Davis. Back to Clarkson. Takes a three. And it's Noel with the rebound. Noel's got his 6th rebound on the night. Ferguson, the pass to Schroeder. Inside, Muscala. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Schroeder's got 3 assists in the game. Here's O'Neal, and the dunk by O'Neal.
Attacking the defense with the pass. Don't need to be a hero.
Oklahoma City leading by 16. Schroeder up top, defended by Mudiay. Schroeder kicks to Diallo. Here's Noel with the tip. Great positioning on the putback. Muscala's got 6.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Here's Mudiay. Right wing.
Hit me, I'm open.
O'Neal with it. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Oklahoma City with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. Their transition game has been in full effect. Right back after this break. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Creating plays for others, it's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
Get there.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the 4th quarter, but stranger things have happened. So for Oklahoma City right now, Mike Muscala out there with Ferguson. And then there's Steven Adams. Then it's Chris Paul. And it's Diallo in at shooting guard. Jazz trail by 18. Ingles kicks to Clarkson. The Jazz working the ball around now. On the wing, Ingles. No good on the three. The Thunder shooting the lights out in this building, 68% from the field. Takes the 13-footer. Can't hit that one. The Jazz go the other way with it. An even 3-on-3 break. Deflects the pass. Paul with the steal. And here we go. That one falls through. It's his 6th make from the floor this game. Now 6 for 10.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
And it's Davis missing. The Thunder leading by 20. All up top. Back to Muscala. And Adams kicks to Diallo. Now here is Muscala. He's guarded by Davis. 5 on the clock. And Paul gets it to go in. 14 points for Chris Paul.
And a lot of teams avoid the mid-range jumper, but they seem to be using it well.
O'Neal dishes to Mudiay. Lays it up off the glass.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
For Oklahoma City, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. And again, it's Chris Paul. Paul's got 6 here in this quarter.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And the basket by Ingles.
Nice job by Ingles. Competes hard, tough. He's a glue guy. He helps keep this team together.
Adams against Ingles. The rebound by the Jazz.
Woo, blown opportunity right there. Won't get many chances easier than that one.
Clarkson passes to O'Neal. Misses the 3. Knocked away. And so it's Paul with it, bringing it up for Oklahoma City. A slam dunk by Diallo.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. The Thunder leading by 22. Here's Diallo. Here's Muscala. The putback, rebounded by Clarkson. Utah's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Davis kicks to Ingles. Over to the wing. O'Neal passes to Davis. Paul with the steal.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Thunder.
The differential in assists led to a lot of open looks, and it also helped to get more guys involved in the offense easy.
And they made the defense adjust, but they just couldn't come up with an answer.
And looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Chris Paul.
Active hands tonight. He may have gambled a bit, but sometimes you have to take chances to make plays, and he did that tonight.
The Jazz shooting in the 4th quarter, not pretty, down around 29%. Here's Mitchell. Thunder with the rebound. And stolen by Bogdanovich. Outside Conley. And he makes that one.
And that's where Conley is most dangerous. Just amazing quickness on his way to the rack.
Schroeder against Conley. Schroeder passes to Baisley. From 17 feet out. Wow, way off on that one. So it's Utah now. They've given up just 8 points in the 4th quarter. Bucket is good.
And you gotta like that they found something positive here, something that maybe carry overs into the next game.
They put together some great possessions here at the end. It's a shame they could have used this run much earlier.
Conley finds Gobert. Here's Mitchell. No good. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.